Go ahead, put it on real tight. Hope you brought your best tonight. They say they got the fireworks, yeah, they say they got the show. Here around the chutes, you're the best, so let's go.
This is Texas Toast. I'm your host, Miss Helen. Kick back and enjoy as we toast the best from Texas.
Hello, guys and gals. Welcome to Texas on Tap. It's time for me and producer Kyle to talk about some music and chit chat a little bit. How's it going?
Good. I feel like I haven't seen you in a really long time because we didn't have our normal scheduled interview. I guess we did talk for a minute, but it didn't end up working out.
Yeah, so, we did, but it's okay.
But we're going to make that happen tomorrow and bring a really cool one to you guys next week. So that's I'm really excited for that one, as I assume a lot of people will be. So.
Yes, I'm excited. I'm excited for the visit and to get the whole story and the whole picture of how he's evolved and everything developed so quickly for him.
Yeah, I was going to say before we jump in this, I think it'd be funny if you started off when we start talking to him, because I had a slight feeling that he would be under the weather on Tuesday when we were supposed to talk to him, because Monday night in Stephenville was Co-Wetzel Day, and they did a little surprise show. And this guest that we will be talking to was there, and I'm sure he had a great night. And so I think the pieces add up, you know what I'm saying? So I think you should ask him how he was feeling Tuesday morning.
Yeah, and Miss Helen's been there plenty of times.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So. Right on. Yeah, so I guess anybody who's digging into the details, that should give it away, who we'll be talking to this coming week.
Right. Okay, so
get it started.
I just want to say that I'm like, there's so much good stuff that we have to talk about, but it seems like we have kind of like a theme kind of going through all of these songs that between the two of us are going to talk about. A lot of it is like really positive, inspirational. It makes you think about life. And I'm going to start off with my first pick, and this one popped up on me. Is Cody Jinks has a new single out that's charting on the charts. He, on CD Extraction Texas, he debuted at number 51, and only 5 weeks he's at number 13 on the Americana chart with this particular song. And it's just kind of one of those songs that's very encouraging. And of course it's Cody Jinks and his voice and the sound. And, I can wrap that all up in a package. If you've heard the song, you know what I'm talking about. But I like it because sometimes life's not easy and we have to roll with the flow, and you got to just take a deep breath and move on. And I like the music, rolling with the punches. Life ain't easy, but you got to roll. And it's like one of those songs, if you're having a bad day, you're going to want to say, let me listen to Cody Jinks. Let's listen to Roll a little bit.
Yeah, very heartwarming.
And then moving on to my next pick, Josh Abbott Band has a new single out, title cut to their album, The Highway Kind. And this particular song, I have been humming all day. It's one of those that, just kind of, gets with you and sticks with you. And of course, they're one of my all-time favorites, the Josh Abbott Band. But The Highway Kind, it talks about basically the underlying theme is the white lines go on forever and ever. It's kind of a free and easy song. You get there when you get there. And I like, there's part of the verbiage in the lyrics. It talks about the rear view, looking at the rear view. There's no regrets. There's no judgments. And it gets really detailed. We're talking about like descriptive dust from Arizona or whatever, but it's called The Highway Kind. And of course it's Josh Abbott Band. They're the best ever. So check that one out.
Awesome title track too on that record. It just kind of sets the scene for the whole thing.
Now, this next one is deep. Whiskey Myers, they have a new single out. It's called John Wayne. A lot of people may be familiar with it, obviously, because it debuted on the Texas Country Music Chart at 57. It debuted on all the charts high up, most added song, most added spin increase for this week. And it's got a lot of jam. It's got a deep message. It's kind of got a good groove to it.
You want to listen to it?
Yeah. I mean, I just want to say something real quick. When we had Helene on the podcast, remember how she talked about sitting down as songwriters, and there would be a particular word that she would feel like, well, I think we could do better with this word,
right,
or this phrasing. And this song, as far as I literally went and printed the lyrics, and I'm just gonna keep reading the lyrics. I mean, because lyrically, it's just a masterpiece. especially after visiting with so many of our songwriters that we've had on the podcast, and then to see this and to look at it in print and then listen to it, it's phenomenal. Of course, Whiskey Myers, they're the bomb anyway.
Mm-hmm. Well, on the high note, I guess maybe don't talk it up anymore so people don't get their hopes too high. Let's open up the tap room and listen to it.
Okay, Whiskey Myers, John Wayne, get ready.
And so that one was also the highest debut on the Spotify chart this week. Duh. Like, obviously it was going to be, but yeah, beautiful song. It's like, are they trying to bring disco back? What are these guys doing?
I don't know, but that's the thing with Whiskey Myers. I still remember going to their first show and being blown away.
Man.
And then,
God, that must have been an experience. Holy crap.
Yes, it was. Yes. Phenomenal. But I guess my thing is, it's like, that's what I love so much with all the songs we're going through today. That's what I love so much about our Texas country music genre, because there's so many different sounds and different feels. You can have the swing stuff, the old school stuff, and then you have your William Clark Green sounds, and then you have Whiskey Myers coming along with this, and then Cody Jinks, and then we're going to get to your songs, and it just gets me excited.
Yep, it's very exciting. And I guess while we're in here, let's keep it open. And this one's a little bit of a black sheep from the message we've been talking about so far, but I really wanted to play a song from this guy. I got the chance to talk to him and hang out for a bit at the rodeo last weekend, or the cook-off. And we've talked about one of his songs before, which is the first single that came out on his new record, which is called Time, that released today. So go check out the new record Time from Braydon Zink. And while we're here in the tap room, let's listen to a song that I personally chose as my favorite song on the new album. It's called Never Gonna Change. Man, so like I said, I had to pick that one. Me and Braydon talked about it, and he kind of left it up to me to pick the song that I wanted to play this week on the show. And he's released 2 singles now from the record, and as of today, the whole thing's out. But as much as I'm not proud to admit it, I relate to this song way too much. Like I said, it's called Never Gonna Change, and it's essentially talking about, having that woman or that partner who satisfies everything you could ever need and hope for, but still wanting more. And I've related to that in my personal life. I've also related to that even more as a songwriter, trying to convey that message in a like a pretty way, and I was almost jealous listening to this song, because it's like, man, I've tried to write that song so many times. But it was just really cool to hear that. And I also like that he kind of left it up to me. He didn't want to put a worm in my ear about what song, he liked the best. So I hope he's happy with my choice. So, yep. And then back onto the, positive kind of heartwarming style. This is a new guy to me. I haven't heard of him. It looks like he's got a whole lot of music out though. And his name's John Dempsey. And this song's called Hold On Sister. So like you were saying, very similar to the Cody Jinks song. It's kind of just like a motivational, happy tune. And they did some really cool production stuff too. Like he had this like kind of like somewhat trippy double vocal thing going on throughout the song, and it just fit his voice so well. Kind of reminded me of some of the stuff they did on the Austin Meade record. So
yeah. Well, this song has such good timing for me, because I've had my dear friends been visiting from Augusta, Georgia, and of course she was a part-time resident here in Matagorda, but she has clients that she has to see at different plants because she does sales and marketing stuff, whatever. It's all above my head. She's real smart. She's much smarter than me, but and she's going through a breakup, and it's like, and the funny thing is she'll call me because she's got that Southern accent. And she'll go, sister.
Oh man.
And I was like, do I have a song for you that was perfect timing for your situation? And she was like, oh sister, I love it.
Oh man, that's awesome.
I'm sorry, y'all.
No, that's so cool.
Sound goofy, like probably.
You said, perfect timing.
But yeah,
wow.
go. That's a girl's song. I mean, really, like, I just very, very uplifting. Great song. I really enjoyed that one. And so did my Georgia Peach.
Awesome. Well, cool. We got one new fan for Jonathan.
Yes.
Sweet. Right. And then the last one that I wanted to talk about is a guy we've talked about before named Chris Colston. He's obviously, making his way up in Texas and making waves, but he's got a new song out called Goodbye Gasoline.
Oh, loved it. Loved it.
So pretty. It's such a pretty song. His voice is so awesome. And I just really like the dynamic. Like, it gets real big and kind of rocking in the choruses, and then during the verses, and it just drops down. It's got this like musically catchy kind of like hook almost, but with no words. So really cool. I like how the drums kind of, it's got that kicking, like thumping kick drum throughout the song, and then they just kind of, I don't know, everything felt like it was perfectly in place. So really wanted to highlight that one from Chris. And I guess those are my picks for the week.
Those were all good picks. I mean, all of these are such good, like driving songs and pick you up songs and just good old listening songs. So I think that was a good batch for Texas on Tap for this week. So I do want to mention a couple of things. I guess I had sent you the information too, but I'm so proud of one of our previous guests and somebody we follow and a friend of the podcast.
Oh, I got good news for you on that topic. I just booked him for a return interview. That's hilarious. Like literally 15 minutes ago, we talked about it.
That's my Katy boy, baseball player boy. But Hayden Baker was signed with Perfect Pitch Publishing, which is owned by Ronnie Dunn. And and I think he might have even told this story on the podcast. But
I think he alluded to it.
Yeah, when he was when he was 3. You know, because he would always go to the Houston Rodeo, and because I think his dad like worked with the entertainment committee. But at 3 years old, Ronnie Dunn signed a guitar for him and put on their Hayden practice. And so that's good news for him, and we'll talk more about that. I'm so excited to talk to him. And then he's also got the whole thing with the distillery out of Katy, MKT Distillery.
Against the Grain, brand new whiskey.
Yes, named after his album. And then
go grab a bottle.
We want to wish well wishes and prayers and thank God that Landon Heights is okay. Did you hear that?
I didn't see that. No, what happened?
It was last week. Trying to think what it was. He was him and his.
Oh, you know what? I think I did see that.
Yeah, he was celebrating his sister's birthday. They were going to see Mike Ryan in Cedar Park, and a drunk driver hit them.
I did see that. Wow, I feel terrible now because I think I saw that as I was at the rodeo the other night, just kind of passively and totally forgot. But man, I saw the picture of him and he did not look good, but he sounded pretty hopeful, so that's good.
So thankful he's okay, him and his sister, and I did say some prayers for him and wish him for a speedy recovery because he's one of our favorites. He's such a good guy and he's so talented. I just, that's the thing, how things can happen so fast. Same thing happened the same night he had his accident. The same thing happened to our nephew. He was driving back from Matagorda and a car pulled out in front of him and he had no time to react. He flipped his truck like 4 times, but he was okay. And this is our family. This is how we roll. So when his mom pulls up, police are already there, and he climbed out of his truck with 2 rod and reels and his phone that survived.
Oh my goodness. That's crazy. I mean, it sounds perfect, but that's insane.
Get the rod and reels out. Way to go.
Right.
So, anyway.
Oh man.
So
Jesus. Wow.
So you had a big time at the cook-off.
Yeah, it was awesome. Had a blast. We did they played on the garden stage on what was that, I guess Friday last week, but whole lot of fun. And then this weekend I'm really looking forward to the Texas Birthday Bash in Navasota. It's the 10th annual. It's massive lineup on Saturday. I think Friday night you've got Jack Ingram and Diamond Rio, and then Saturday I think music kicks off at like 2, so it's like an all-day thing. But you got Bree playing, you've got Randall King, you've got Corey Morrow, who we just talked to last week. You got Pat Green and Randy Rogers closing it out. So that's a pretty big one. And the craziest thing is the tickets are only $10, and it's like it's a big thing that I think the city of Navasota puts on as a fundraiser.
It is. It's been going on for a while. They do great stuff with that.
It's gonna be crazy.
So yeah.
Really looking forward to that. I'm heading out to Austin tonight to go see another show at good old Stubbs. So
and I'm just gonna have to I'm just gonna have to pack a bag and come hang out with you.
It seems like I'm always on the road.
But that's a good thing. And then so y'all, I have to tell y'all everything. So like when he was at the cookout, all of a sudden he sends me this picture with
forgot about that. Yeah.
Him and Zach Mill, and I'm like, y'all just ain't right. Y'all are wrong. That's just wrong. That was just wrong. But
I ran into a ton of people that night. It was cool. It seemed like everybody was there. But speaking of that, I guess we do have an interview following this coming week's interview, but we get to take the week off because I'm going to be out doing some more traveling. I get to go to Vegas for a few days, so that'll be fun. And maybe too much fun, but we'll see.
Well, and it's perfect timing because we're, spring break's hitting here on the coast, and we are, as I speak, they are finally tearing down the palapa by the pool that got damaged in the hurricane.
Oh man, that's crazy.
And so we've got a lot of people be coming here, and but it's
party time.
contractors and leveling still next week under the clubhouse. So yeah, it's kind of good. I'm going to be kind of busy, but
okay, cool. Well, we're still gonna have to do Text on Tap. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely, for sure.
You'll have to make a little bit of time for me.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah, cool. Well, anything interesting that you need to share with everybody this week?
Oh my gosh, I haven't went over the charts.
Oh, you haven't? Wow. Oh, we were so excited about our picks. Holy crap. All right, let's do it.
Okay, real quick on Texas country music chart, number 1 again this week is Wade Bowen, When Love Comes Around. Staying at number 2 is Casey Donahue with Built Different. Kyle Park is at number 3 from number 4 with What You're Drinking Song. Jason Boland and the Stragglers are at 4 with The Light Saw Me, and Flatland Cavalry is at number 5 with Getting By. Ken Fo's making their move. They're at number 7 now. They were at number 10 last week, so just wanted to bring that up.
Very cool.
Texas Regional Radio Report, Jason Boland, The Light Saw Me is at number 1. Stealing Home, James Robert Webb is at number 2. The Cowboy He Will Be, Ariel Hutchins moved up from 4 to 3, so she's getting there. Wade Bowen dropped down. He was number 1 last week. He's at number 4 with When Love Comes Around. And then Casey Donahue's Built Different is at number 5. CD Extraction, Texas, Cody Johnson, Till You Can't is at number 1. Wade Bowen's at 2. Kyle Park at 3. Casey Donahue at number 4, and Jason Boland and the Stragglers with The Light Saw Me. And then there's a whole bunch of Shazam stuff going down underneath.
Oh yeah.
And just to mention, it's like, I do want to mention David Adam Burns. He's moved up to number 7.
Nice.
On this chart.
Very
Ken
cool.
Foe and Terry McBride, they moved up from 15 to number 10. So they're pushing on up. Oh, did you see where Ken Foe's opening for Clay Walker?
When's that?
Bernie. Yeah, I don't know. I just saw it on social because, I just scroll.
Right.
I was like, oh yeah, good job, guys. Good job. That's man. I'm telling you what.
That's
one of the best shows I've ever seen is Clay Walker's show. He's amazing. I saw him at the rodeo years ago, and it was funny because he was opening for Willie Nelson. It was Clay Walker and then Willie.
Oh man.
And that was one heck of a show. But Clay Walker, he puts 110% high energy into his shows.
Well, shit, sounds like him.
So think about that. Yeah. Think about, can you even imagine Ken Fo and Clay Walker? People are just going to be like, boom, their heads are just going to like explode.
That's crazy. I had such a visual right there too, man. Yeah. I feel like I need to be at that show.
I know.
And I didn't get to see Kinfo in Fort Worth whenever you were up there, so I'm due.
Oh, that's right. Oh, we had so much fun.
Yeah, I'm due for one, I think.
Fun. Yeah. Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
As Rico, he don't stay on the stage. Like that particular night, he had that fiddle down on the dance floor, and then he'll jump back up and play keyboard. I mean, they're amazing.
Very talented gentlemen. Absolutely.
Maybe time to get them back on too.
Yeah, we've got some pretty solid ones coming up. We got Wilder Blue. I think all the boys are gonna come join us.
Man, that's gonna be a good one.
Yeah. We got Morgan Ashley coming up. We got Hayden Baker coming up a little ways down the road now.
Creed Fisher.
Yeah. And then we've got this coming Tuesday will be an interview with Colby Cooper. So
yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, lots of cool stuff going on in Texas Toast Land.
Yeah. Let us know what you think, how we're doing.
Yeah, please.
Whatever, any suggestions?
How can we do better? Yeah, I've been brainstorming some ideas to kind of like, give the people that like what we're doing some more. And I've been thinking about building some kind of like maybe like a show, like a calendar, but like a Texas country calendar, something like that, where it's like an easy place to go and find shows, if you're looking for music. So
that's such a great resource because I have certain places like, especially when, that's a great source. That's a good idea.
Yeah. So maybe we'll be launching something like that here pretty soon. Let me know what y'all think. And as always, go and subscribe on YouTube, Instagram, or not Instagram, but follow us on Instagram, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. You can review us and rate us now on Spotify, so that's always helpful. But yeah, just keep sending music suggestions. You guys are doing great. Keeping my inbox full, so keep it up, please. You're sharing all kinds of music that I never would have found otherwise. So it's very helpful to us and to also to everybody else listening.
Yeah, everybody enjoy their spring break that's coming up, and let us know if you were a cocktail, what you would be.
Yeah, right. So that's funny. I feel like I never know when spring break is. I just know it's in March, but it seems like it's different everywhere for everybody every year.
It is. And that's why when I was in radio and I ran spring break promotions, I did them the whole month of March because the schools rotate, the colleges are on a different schedule. I mean, mainly the second week is the majority, but you've still got, and I mean, especially living where I live, spring break is all month because you just have different visitors coming from different areas where their schools are different.
Yep. Okay, cool. Well, good stuff this week, and we'll see everybody next week with Kobe Cooper on Tuesday.
Awesome. Cheers.
Cheers.
Tongue, she knew where I was from as she left, I dare to say.